Lagos's Hot.
Now that the primaries are happening, if the ticket for the presidency goes, maybe for the APC or the PDP or any other party, goes to the Southerners or the Northerners, would you say that, you know, the Igbos should accept the vice presidency?
If you've been following the discussion on this matter, various strata of Igbo societies, at the level of traditional rulers, at the level of stakeholders, at the level of the youths, have said any Igbo person who accepts the position of vice presidency will be ostracized. They don't want vice president.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be president? The country should answer that question first.
Okay.
Not whether we should accept to be vice president. The country should answer us first. Why can't we be president? What is wrong with our being president? Why must we play second fiddle? At a time that, even if you go into the PDP constitution, it says zoning and rotation. As I said, we started from a southern president, Obasanjo. We went to a northern president, Yaradua. We came to a southern president, Jonathan. We went to a northern president, Muhammadu Buhari. So why not south again? What has gone wrong with that? This has kept us peaceful. And at a time we're at the precipice, you just want to jettison what has held us together and say we should go for vice president. Why?
Okay.
What stops from other people from being vice president to an Igbo president? And people will not accept it.
Okay.
Anybody who is hoping that is going to make peace with the Southeast by offering them vice president, he has to think again.
Okay, I love that. Remember, you can always join the conversation via calls. You can call the number 081-8242-6591. If you want to send a WhatsApp message, the WhatsApp number is 081-800-89933. I would like to read a message here. This one here says, "Good evening, distinguished senators. At this point, it's crystal clear that the Senate of Nigeria is in serious need of restructuring. Should the Southeast fail to take power come 2023, do you think, one, the agitation of the IPOB will become more intense?" And there are two questions here. The second one says, "Looking at the agitation by the GNC for Nigerians to adopt a Southern aspirant come 2023, I would like to know if the GNC is in any way affiliated to any political party, and if no, why?" This is from Otto Bong.
No. GNC is not affiliated to any party.
Okay.
GNC is like a vehicle set up by a group of intellectuals scattered all over the world who have an association called Nzukumu. And we decided that it is time to raise voices and pull Nigeria from the brink, because we are patriots. We see what is happening and how things are shaping. And so we decided to make this move. We gathered a lot of leaders and they are with us. GNC fundamentally is pushing for Southeast president. And we think this is the moment. We think it makes sense, good sense. We think it is the most patriotic thing to do at this time. It is for the good of the nation. Okay. So it is not a political party, it's not affiliated to any party. It's just, it talks about everybody.
Okay.
All parties. We're talking about all aspirants of Southeast.
Okay. I think we have a phone call here. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
My name is Nyemechi.
Okay, Nyemechi. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me greet my Oga himself, Honorable Nwodo, the former governor of Enugu State. Good evening, sir. I'm so happy to say that you people is there today. God will bless you people to come here and let us see what is going on. I remember, I myself am from Enugu State. This is Onoka government. I remember when the former president governor is there, we use his name to go anywhere we are going. Anywhere we go, we say we are the brother of Nwodo. Nobody will touch us because he's the lion then. And he do whatever he says he will do, he gives them. And we're very happy. his own tenor. After him, before Shimaroki, to Sullivan, before this Ugwani that is there now. God will bless you, sir. Will be coming in our radio station. God bless you, sir.
God bless you too, my dear.
Yes. So my question is this: Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes. My question is this: now we're supposed to be in Southeast. Let me say East supposed to be Thursday, as you people are saying it there now. But what is not happening before is happening now? Almost 40% people is coming out to be and defend one seat as a president, which is when I was born. I never hear that. I never see that type of thing before. But now it's happening. Do you think that after all this, the president will still go back to this or what? I want to understand. Okay, another word is this. People have talked it so much about Nnamdi Kanu. There's such Nnamdi Kanu in another country, back to Nigeria here. Yes, then it's still there on their custody. They don't know what to do. It's not two people. I not hear that he killed 2 people or 3 people or they catch him with a gun. But many things is happening in this country, Nigeria here, which we don't see them. Our president and the other cabinets, they don't bring them injustice. Even the one that happened yesterday. After everything, then we tell us that then we investigate and everything we do. This one now, why are they still keeping the man up to now? Because for my own self, I do not understand it. Please, maybe I will hear you people in the radio. Maybe I'll call back if I have chance to call.
All right. Thank you so much, Onyemechi.
Well, your last question, we had answered it in a way. In the sense that I said the people of Southeast believe that the matter of Nnamdi Kanu should be given a political solution. What do we mean by that? What is Nnamdi Kanu asking for? What he's asking for, is it impossible for Nigeria to do for the people of Southeast or the Igbos in Nigeria? We're just asking for equity, for fairness, for justice. Is that a crime for somebody to ask for his country? And if he was saying something wrong, why are millions of youths in the South is following him? If that young man comes out on the street, the crowd that will file behind him, our 5 governors will not see 1/3 of it. Because he's saying what is hurting the people and what the people are demanding from their country, from the federal government. We are part and parcel of this country. Treat us like any other person. We cast our vote for the PDP. 95% of our people voted. They said they were going to punish us with 5%. We haven't even seen 1%. Is that the way to go? You are the president of everybody now. But you decide to be president for those who voted 95 for you. And those who voted 5%, maybe they come from Burkina Faso. That's not how to be president, father of the nation. We are saying, if you don't want a political judgment, where you bring this young man and his followers and ask them, what do you want from Nigeria? So you stop this agitation. We did it when the Niger Delta youth were asking for resource control. Do we have a problem there with Niger Delta youth today? We did it when the Southwest demanded that June 12th must be actualized. We gave them President Obasanjo. We gave them Olufalaye to contest with him. Today, people are wanting to Islamize Nigeria and doing all sorts of things, and yet they are being treated with kid gloves. Justice must be equitable.
Okay.
It has to be for everybody. If you don't want to ask him what is his demand from the Nigerian Federation, and if those demands are impossible, and if they have been prosecuted criminally, try him in an open court. If he's found guilty, let him pay for it. But don't give a trial that has a judgment before the trial starts and must be held in a closet. That's not fair.
Okay. I've got another question here. This one says, are the Igbos going to be okay with any Southern candidates emerging as the presidential ticket holders of the PDP and APC? Say a Yoruba candidate or a South-South candidate, because let's face it, the next president is coming from one of the two parties mentioned. This one is from Ikena. I think you've answered this previously. I don't know if you want to go over it again. And then there's another question. This one here says, thank you, senators, for all you have said so far. My question is the agitation for the Southeast presidency not jeopardized by the expression of interest of many candidates from that region? Is it not possible for the Southeast to produce a candidate and stand by him instead of having too many people? Ikechukwu from Lekki. Crazy how this was the next question I wanted to ask. Because, I mean, we have so many people who have actually come out. Well, I was going to first say so many ministers, but now we have so many different people who are coming out. Is the GNC, or rather, can't the Southeast just come and say, you know what, we have one person, let's all just stand behind that person? Ikechukwu from Lekki is asking the same question.
That is not that's not democracy.
Okay.
And you'll be shortchanging the Nigerian people.
Okay.
And narrowing their choices. What if you come up with one and he's disqualified? Then what have you done? You have to allow, it's the everybody's inalienable right to aspire.
Okay.
So let them aspire. Along the line, they will see for themselves who is gathering the momentum, the votes and all that. And I'm sure that by maybe a week to the primaries, a lot of people will be dropping off.
All right.
But you see, there are many aspirants from all over the country.
Indeed.
The South has many aspirants. The Southwest has a lot of aspirants. The North now has a multitude of aspirants. So why would you expect, put up that standard only for the Southeast when you're not applying it to the rest? Okay. So this is a political process. People have to try, and gauge their weight. And when they find that they are lightweights, nobody tells them. But there is a system of whittling down, and there will be a system for, discouraging people, and say, hey, let your brother move forward. And that process, that will be done. No need to fear about it. It will be done.
Okay.
But it's the same standard for all parts of the country.
Okay.
You don't apply it to the Southeast alone.
Okay. I do know one thing for sure is that this period we're seeing a lot of people coming out to say, I want to be president. I would say that this is the most I've actually seen people come out to say, I want to be president. And a lot of people are saying that people are making a mockery of these seats. What are your thoughts to that? Because my neighbors too are coming to say, I want to be president. If the minister, this minister, that minister, this person selling fish wants to be the president, do you think that it's a mockery?
Well, who knows which of us in this place, will become an aspirant tomorrow?
Okay.
I think people are trying to muddy the water. It's part of the game. And we have to be ready and robust enough to play that game. People are trying to throw spanners in the wheel, and we understand that. At the end of the day, they will talk. There'll be talks.
All right.
And negotiations. And I think that is what they want to happen.
Okay.
You don't get a power on a platter of gold. You have to work for it. You have to fight for it. Which is why, we're talking to Nigerians. We're talking to the gatekeepers. We're talking to the owners of power, to say, hey, we are interested. And we have capable people.
Okay.
And we are one. We are united in this mission.
Right.
Make no mistake about it. We are not divided on this.
Okay.
The Southeast people think it is a time for power to revolve, rotate to them.
Okay.
And it's a passion that everybody shares in the Southeast. So
Okay. So I have another question. So yesterday I had, within this hour, I had a conversation with the listeners, and somebody did mention, sent a text message saying that they would love not just the presidency to come from the Southeast, but they will also love to have a female president from the Southeast. As a woman in politics, I do know that, the Nigerian Senate rejected for the second time in December the Gender and Equal Opportunities Bill, designed to secure the rights of women and girls in the country, which was first presented in 2016. And most male lawmakers contested its usefulness. They argued that the Nigerian Constitution already clearly opposed the rights of women. And I believe these are, however, untrue, because when we look at a country where women are half of the population, and Nigeria has one of the lowest of female representation, ranking 181st out of 193 countries, with only 3.6% female representation in the parliament, and also the women hold only 9.8% of the local government seats, and now only 30.3% hold managerial positions, and the Nigerian women ranked 27.3% in the Financial Inclusion Index. As a woman in politics, how do you see this? Do you see the women holding more seats, and also do you see a female president come in this country anytime soon? Someone also commented, said a female president will not be in this country for the next 100 years. So yes, I read that comment yesterday and I was like, okay, ouch. What are your thoughts, ma'am?
Well, this is bound to happen someday. I am optimistic. But if it is a passion, if it is a mission that is shared among the women, then we have to really work hard on it and do not relent. But I don't think that we have united in that purpose.
Okay.
Anything that there is nothing that women come together to fight for in unison with one mind that they cannot get. I think the reason that the bill you're talking about didn't go through is that maybe we did not put in enough lobbying muscle. We have to work harder, and we have to, but we must never give up. The female presidency thing, sooner or later, it's got, it will happen. After all, we had a Minister of Finance, Minister of Foreign Affairs. We have women that have played very important roles. There's no question that when that, if they did, if women want that and they work on it and they are serious in it,
right,
that the nation will listen.
Okay.
So by and by, I see that it's possible.
I have faith.
Sorry, can I come in? Yeah, I was going to say, like you said when you were asking the question, a country that has almost 50% or 51% female population.
Yes.
And the representation that you have read out. I think that apart from the inability of our women to come together to support their kind, this must be seen in the context of our cultural affinities, religion, and what have you. I believe that women have the short end of the stick when it comes to financial empowerment to run for these offices, when it comes to education, when it comes to exposure, when it comes to culture, when it comes to religion. There are so many things working against them.
Right.
And unless the country steps forward, like other countries where women are doing well, and give them concessions. When I was national chairman, I said, we must not take fees from women to contest for election.
Oh, wow.
No, they must not pay expression of interest and for the forms to encourage them. Now I'm trying to champion another cause. In the political parties, the only offices that women hold is woman leader. In fact, we had a state in the north where the woman leader was a man.
I did see that one. I remember that story. We spoke about it on the show.
So I think we have to move to the point where we say, if there are two deputy national chairmen, one must be a woman.
Okay.
Between the treasurer and the financial secretary, one must be a woman. Okay? And so on down the line, in the list of executives. Because until we create this opportunity, the quality women we have in Nigeria will not have any opportunity. When I was growing up in my primary school, we were 4 students that struggled for the first position.
Oh, wow.
One of them, the father was our headmaster, so he had extra coaching at home. The other one, his father was the chief forestry officer. Both of them studied engineering because they always had 100% in mathematics.
Hi.
And we were not able to beat them by getting 100% in English and general science. So, for this lady, she competed with us. Now, since we left secondary school, we've lost track of her. I know where the other 2 are. One is in United States doing very well. The other one headed the Nigerian Post Authority at some time.
Oh.
And I have become governor and what have you. But we can't find that lady because she didn't have the opportunities we had. Maybe she was married off, started having children, and that's it.
Right.
So in the university, I met female students in my class who are doctors, and many of them are consultants around the world, just like any of us who carried on with the medical profession. And some of them are professors, just like the young men also became professors. So it's the opportunity. The women don't have a lesser brain. In fact, they do have brighter brains.
Yes, we do.
And they have more concentration than the men. The men are so distracted by all sorts of things. If a woman in Nigeria can head a world organization, at the World Trade, if a woman from Nigeria was high up in the World Bank, obviously possible. If a woman is in the United Nations, Amina, who says that a woman cannot be president of Nigeria? We have women who can be president of Nigeria, for God's sake. We must give them that opportunity.
Yes. I'm so tempted to scream power to the women.
Thank you for being our best advocate. You have a phone call?
Yes, I don't know if the person is still on the line. The person has gone off. You want to ring back? The number to call is 0818-242-6591. We're still here. I've got a couple of more questions that were sent in via WhatsApp.
Before you go into your question,
yes,
what Dr. Nwodo was talking about is a concept they call affirmative action or twinning.
Okay.
In China, for instance, their policy is for every position that a man heads, a woman is behind him.
Oh.
Because that is the process by which you can now impart knowledge. You can acquire the skills of leadership. But if there's a woman ahead, a man follows. And there's a deliberate policy, to build up women.
Okay.
Open doors.
I love that. Let's pick up this one. Hello.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Yes, my name is Cyril.
All right, Cyril. Go ahead.
And good evening to your guest. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, please, the question I want to ask your guest is, there have been struggling of Igbo Biafra and Igbo presidency and all of that. Please, with all due respect, do you think that the way our Igbos are going around with the old stuff, do you think Igbo president or the vision Biafra will come to pass? Let me break it down a little bit. One man decided to okay, I want to speak for my people. I want to speak for my people. I want to let our people know that the treatment which we get from federal government has been very, very unfair to our Igbo people. He said, enough is enough. I want to fight for my people. I want to fight for my nation. Let our people have freedom. Which some of us, we really support that vision. At the end of the day, you still see Igbo governors, some governors in the south, is not from all of them, that are using this struggling to play politics. At the end of the month, Our Southeast governor will go to Abuja to go and collect the allegations. They will go back to their state. The little one they will use to make the people of the state pay the salary and all of that. The one they will embezzle it. And one person, this name is Nnamdi Kanu, is dying in the custody. Nobody, no governor in the Southeast can really come outside to let us know that, okay, I really want to start with this man. I really want to stand with this vision. I believe in this vision. Now, if you are telling me that you believe in the vision of Nnamdi Kanu, and you are still going to Abuja at the end of the month to collect the money, and you are still coming outside, some of our Igbo brothers are still coming outside to contest, to buy funds, to want to go for president. Please, I would do respect. As a young Nigerian, I asked myself, and the answer I said, these people, there's no unity. So, sir, with a little words I can be able to put to you, do you think this vision will come to pass? And another thing I would love to say to all our Igbo governor, Southeast governor, please, Your Excellencies, if there is anything you can do to make sure that the life of our people over there is being secure, please do it. Because right now, the Southeast is very hot. And it comes to my mind that, on my conclusion, that these are governors. They are using us to play politics. I am not from Igbo, but my sister married to Igbo. And I feel for Igbo the way federal government treats Igbo people. You say that you don't trust these people with power. You don't want them to go to Afro Rock. Good and fine. Let these people go. You don't want them to go. Give them power. You don't want them to. You say you don't trust them with power. And as I said earlier, our governors, we are following these people to play politics with the life of our people. See Nnamdi Kanu, that young man has been in the custody for very long time for now. And me and you know the situation of the country. And the treatment that guy is going through right now is not the kind of treatment Kanu is supposed to go through. So, and these people, Igbo lawyers are coming out to contest for president, buying funds of 100 million, doing this and all of that, glamoring and all of that. Why one person is dying there? Do you want to tell me that Nnamdi is fighting for his family or is fighting for his personal glory?
Thank you so much,
I don't know
Cyril.
Nnamdi. I've never met him one-on-one. I don't know him, but I've heard about his voice. I've heard about his words and all of that. I think he means well for Southeast. He means well for this struggle.
Very well, Cyril. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
And thank you, Chacha. I love this show. I love this segment so much. Thank you.
I appreciate you. He did ask a lot of questions in one, a statement and a question. And so do you have a response for that?
I don't have a response. Well spoken, my friend.
Yes.
That's the issues. And I can understand how it feels. But I also understand that governance is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a thankless job,
Yeah.
being a governor.
Mm.
You go to the west, you know, you offend people, people are unhappy, you go to the east, you know. But it's a balancing of interests, including the interests of the federal government. They have sworn, you know, to perform that job, to do certain things as governors in the Federal Republic. And they have at the same time to protect the interests of the people that voted them in. So it's a difficult situation that I think that many of them find themselves.
Right.
But a lot is going on that is not, you know, easy to see from the public eye. But I believe that this matter is something that can be solved. It's not impossible to solve. It's all in the hands of His Excellency the President. And the day he wants to solve it, he should solve it. And I think that he would want to leave a legacy, you know, where such things are settled amicably, and Nigeria is put on a proper footing for progress. And that is the greatest legacy that he can have. And if I, were in a position to advise, I would ask him to do those things that will solidify his legacy and leave this place peaceful,
right,
and put it on the path of greatness.
Right.
That's
because of time. I do have a couple of questions that has been sent via WhatsApp, and I just want to go through them before we wrap up. I'm enjoying this conversation way too much that I wish it could be stretched for 3 hours. But let me just read a couple of questions here. Here says, it says, how would you rate Buhari's performance so far? And also, do you think the INEX materials are still safe in the CBN, considering the fact that Emefiele is an APC member? This one was sent by Chikodi. And should I take the next question, or do you want to answer this first? You can answer this first. They said, do you think the INEX material is safe in the CBN, considering that Emefiele is an APC member?
Emefiele today, said he doesn't want to run anymore.
Yeah,
so that is one move. And I'm sure that the right pressure was brought upon him. It's a very sensible decision he made. It would have been disastrous, for him to go and run. I mean, nothing stops him from running in the future. He's still a young man, But to run while he's the central bank manager at this crucial time, with all the difficulties, the power of the naira just going downhill, it is too much. You sacrifice your personal interest, you sacrifice the national interest for your personal interest. That would be terrible.
Okay.
Terrible thing to be remembered.
It is worthy of note also to Chikodi, who sent that message, that the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, has actually said that they may relocate sensitive materials for the CBN. That's what they've said. The next question here is for you, madam. It says, why can't she run for president? She has been in the Senate. Can't she lead the line and run for president? This one is from Obiora. They find trouble. But yes, mom, why can't you run for president?
Obiora, everybody can run for president. They have to be the workers. People are at home, doing the work. And we're on ground doing the work, trying to put Nigeria on the path of greatness.
Okay.
Do the right thing.
All right.
Pull away from the brink. And that's our job.
Okay.
It may not be as glamorous as running for president in any case, but some people have to do the real job of building up.
All right, I think this last question is going to go to me. I did have the conversation yesterday, and I would love to know from you as political heavyweights. I mean, there's been rumors of the former president of the country, Jonathan, interested in contesting for, to be the next president come 2023. And some people say he may or may not be running under the APC. I'm curious to know what your thoughts is. Say, for instance, Goodluck Jonathan takes the ticket, goes back to the PDP and says, you know what, we're getting this ticket from here. Do you think that the Southeast has a chance at this point? And also, what are your thoughts to, Goodluck Jonathan running for presidency, if he's running?
Okay, I have worked with Goodluck Jonathan. I was national chairman of the party when he was president. And indeed, he invited me to come to be national chairman. So I have a good relationship with him. When recently his convoy had an accident and 2 people died, I went to pay him a condolence visit. And indeed, my son wedded about a week ago, and he was the chairman of the wedding. So I have advised him as a close friend that I admire privately, that I didn't think that it was in his best interest to run. I think that Goodluck Jonathan, if nothing else, the way he handed over power to this government has placed him on the world map. He is an envoy of the ECOWAS. He's an envoy of the African Union. He's an envoy of the United Nations. They are calling him. In fact, he can't even keep up the demands for his assistance in keeping political peace across the world. And I thought it would diminish his standing to come and go and buy form and be running around for delegates with everybody. I think he's past that stage.
Right.
Secondly, there is this understanding in southern Nigeria that people who are urging him from the north want to cut down the years the southern presidency will run. And I think it's not the best thing for him to lend himself for such an agenda. Because having been president for 5 years, our constitution will not allow him to be president for another 8 years. Therefore, people of southern Nigeria will feel a sense of betrayal if he steps in to reduce their tenure. I also think that running under the banner of APC would be a wrong judgment, because this is the party that dragged his name to the mud. Now suddenly you see him as a beautiful bride. There must be, if it's still not achieved, he will say Conan has entered into this thing.
Hey.
So I don't think that they mean well for him, and I said so to him. But the decision is his own to take at the end of the day. And whatever he thinks is best for him and for Nigeria, it's for him to take that decision.
Very well. Very well said. Thank you so much. I do appreciate, having this conversation with you. I'm going to write this in my everything, even in my will. I will put it there. This video from this. No. By the way, you need to put some respect on my name. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Lastly, what would you say to the youth of Nigeria? A lot of people believe that your vote doesn't count. So many people still say that I'm not going to vote. I've had callers where I had to correct their notion. Some people have called me to say, forget about this elections. I'm not going to vote. What do you have to say to those people who have the mindset that their votes actually do not count?
Well, let me say to the youth of our country, you constitute 60% of our population. You constitute 60% of those that will choose who will govern Nigeria. If you throw away that mandate, you will stop complaining, because you have inadvertently allowed the wrong person to step in there. So you have to go and register. Get your PVC. Vote for that person your conscience tells you will solve your problem. And vote for the person who is going to create jobs, solve the problem of the economy, and create jobs so that you'll be gainfully employed and you will not be lured to criminality and joblessness and no future. We have people in this country whom, if you vote, your narrative will change. Go and register. Come out and vote for the right person. Don't sit at home complaining. You will complain till you die. Not only as a youth, but it will be worse when you get older.
Right.
So this is the time to solve your problem. Please, I beg you, come out, register, come out and vote. Refuse to be used for criminality during the election. Defend your vote and make sure that that right person you have voted for, his vote is not tampered with. And when he gets there, I'm sure that not only your problem, but manifest problems in this country will be solved. Please, I beg you, the youths.
Very well said.
Your destiny is in your hands.
Very well said. Ma'am, do you have any final thoughts, at least to the women?
To the women?
Yes.
Get involved.
Get involved. That's it.
Be interested.
Okay.
The power is in your hands.
Okay. And I must say, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much again. You've heard from Dr Okwesilieze Nwodo, the former governor of Enugu State, and also the former PDP national chairman, and also Senator Chris Anyanwu, president of Unzoko Umuna, and the two-term senator and the media entrepreneur. My name is Charity Owo. You can call me the one and the only Happy Fairy. It's been great chit-chatting with them. Make sure you get your PVCs and also vote. Like I do say every single day, 2023 is a couple of sleeps away. So don't you lose that vote. Thank you so much.
Lagos's Hot